It is a hot one here in the jungle, but it's also win or go home today as we welcome you to Tigers Field on the campus of Dripping Springs High School, where this afternoon in Game 2, your Tigers tries to rebound from the loss last night to take on the Timberwolves from Cedar Park. This is Game 2 of the 2022 Bi-District Playoffs right here on Vype Live. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the jungle. Tigers baseball on Vype Live. Melvin Jones here with you. This is Game 2. Now, last night, rough start for the Tigers. They did lose Matt Schindler. Matty won't be playing today. Gavin Hoyle, the freshman, will be behind home plate today. And on top of that, a 6-1 defeat at the hands of Cedar Park. Pitching today for Dripping Springs will be Nico Ruedas. He will be opposed by Cade Davis for Cedar Park. A lot to play for. Tigers must win this game to force a Game 3, which will be a half hour after this game ends this afternoon. What an atmosphere. Postseason baseball. And we have it. It is 93 degrees currently here in Dripping Springs, as we are about, I say, 8 minutes before showtime. As the umpires, as you can tell right now, they are standing at home plate. Head coach Chris Payne is there to meet them. Last night, Brandon Arvidsson went an inning and 2/3 after being completely rocked by Cedar Park. He gave up all 6 of the runs for Cedar Park. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 3 hits. That was Brandon Arvidsson's total line last night. And he also had 2 passed balls after the strikeouts. So, as we are back here at the crib, per se, we're hoping for better results. Meanwhile, the Tigers had last night a total of 4 hits, as Nico went 1 for 3. Brendan Arvidsson also went 1 for 3. Taylor Tracy went 1 for 3, and Sam Magajanian went 1 for 3. So that was the 4 hits last night for the Tigers, as Cedar Park rounds up their team. Your Tigers today in their home all whites, pinstripes. The blonde hair is back for postseason baseball. Annual tradition whenever the Tigers make the postseason. No Jeff Goss today. We wish Jeff all the best. Hope he comes back to us soon. Tigers do look loose, considering they're in a win or go home scenario here in this game. The wind is shifting right now, blowing in here in Tiger Stadium. And before pre-game festivities, we are going to take a break here in the jungle. We're about 5 minutes away from first pitch. Tigers, T-Wolves, Game 2 right here from the jungle in Dripping Springs, Texas. As you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Texas.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Back here in the jungle as both head coaches are now at home plate, exchanging lineups as we get ready to begin the second game of this best of three, Tigers and Timberwolves. Cedar Park won on their home field last night. Final score 6-1. Tigers looking to rebound on the arm of Nico Ruedas as he gets the start. Here for game two. If there is a game three, that game will be 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. Big shout out to my QA, Shane Shawinski, keeping us on air, making sure that I'm doing the right things by keeping us on air this afternoon. So it is a lot to play for the Tigers. While we got a moment, we'd like to take a pause and give a round of applause to the 5 student athletes of the Tigers making All-State Academic. Hayden Dunn and Billy Burnett both made first team. Second team will be Parker Cook. And honorable mentions, Aiden Perry and Nico Ruedas. And now Ross Van Berkeley-O will lead you through pregame festivities.
All right, fans, welcome to Tiger Stadium for this matchup of the visiting Cedar Park Timberwolves and your Dripping Springs Tigers. Let's get ready to meet the visiting team from Cedar Park. Hitting first, number 1, pitcher Cade Davis. Batting second, shortstop, number 24, Julian Swift. Batting third, playing catcher, number 19, Luis Alonso. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 25, Adam Vaughn. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 21, Christian Pickens. Batting sixth, playing left field, number 22, Houston Molinaro. Playing second base, number 3, Austin Garcia. E18 for him. In the 7th position, number 16, Murray Robinson. Batting 8th, playing third base, number 15, Quentin Mullen. And batting ninth, playing right field, number 5, Ethan Becker. And the rest of the Cedar Park Timberwolves, led by their coach, head coach Lanny Williams. And now for your Dripping Springs Tigers. Batting first, playing pitcher, number 22, Nico Reves. Batting second, playing second base, number 11, Aiden Perry. Batting third, playing center field, number 25, Brandon Arbison. Playing at catcher, number 19, Gavin Hoyle. Batting for him at DH, number 1, Mason Ashlock. Batting fifth, playing right field, number 13, Taylor Tracy. Batting sixth, playing left field, number 3, Aiden Dennis. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 4, Sam Agajanian. Batting eighth, playing first base, number 15, Rylan Mahoney. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 6, Jackson Conover. And the rest of your Dripping Springs Tigers, led by head coach Chris Payne.
Let's go, Tigers!
If you will, please stand and remove your hats. To honor America, we will be playing our national anthem.
It is time to play some ball. As Nico
On the mound for the Tigers,
is going to take his warm-ups.
Nico Rueda.
New Tiger catcher today, freshman Gavin Hoyle. Matt Schindler came out of last night's loss with an injury. It is a hot and blazing Saturday afternoon, first Saturday here in May. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are listening out there. As you can tell, it is a windy, windy day here in the jungle. Timberwolves is going to start off Cade Davis, Julius Swift, and Louis Alonzo to begin this ball game. as the infield.
Pitcher number 1, K. Davis.
Comes in. Head coach of Cedar Park, Lenny Williams. And now the players are ready to go. The fans definitely are ready to go. It is a packed house here in the jungle as the opposing pitcher, K. Davis, steps up in the batter's box to begin this ball game. Lefty versus righty, pitcher versus pitcher. And the first pitch from Nico. That's well inside for ball one. 1:05 to start time this afternoon. 1-0 to K. Davis. As Nico is throwing a lot of heat out there. Quickly 2-0 to Davis. Nico ready for the 2-0. He fires. And he catches the inside corner for strike one. 2-1 now on Davis. Nico readies the 2-1. And he fires it. Nice pitch. A little bit more outside, though. 3 balls and 1 strike now on Davis. Nico fires the 3-1. That's low for ball 4. So to begin this ball game, Davis draws a walk.
Shortstop, Julian Swift.
Here's Swift now with a runner on first. And no outs. Swift last night with a double in the first to get it started for Cedar Park. Nico hoping to not let it get that far. Nico fires, and Swift swings and misses. Foul tips it. 0-1 to the shortstop. Louis Alonzo, the catcher, is in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. And now Swift steps back in. 0-1 to Swift. Nico fires it. Swift fouls it out of play. Quickly 0-2. Nico looking for his first strikeout of the day. The 0-2. And Nico fires it. And it hits Swift. And the Timberwolves gets the first 2 on board.
Next up, catcher, Luis Alonso.
Here's Alonzo now with 2 on and no outs here in the top of the first. As now Nico looks back at second, fires the first pitch. Outside for strike 1. 0-1 on Louis Alonzo. Adam Vaughn is in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. Nico looks back at second, fires it, and it's popped up and it is long. Underneath it is AD, and he grabs it for the first out. Tigers get the first runner out of the ball game for them. And here's Vaughn now. 2 on and 1 outs. Vaughn last night with 14 Ks as a starting pitcher for Cedar Park. Now Nico checks back at second once again. That pitch goes high for ball 1. 1-0 on Vaughn. Christian Pickens in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. Timberwolves with 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the first. And Nico calls over Hoyle. Quick timeout. Now Neek ready to go. Looks back at second. Fires it. Nice pitch by Nico. Evens up the count. Ball and a strike. Here comes the 1-1. Neek checks back at second, and he lifts his leg up to reset. Now Nico fires him 1-1 and catches him on the inside for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes now to Vaughn. Nico now looking for his first K of the day. He checks back a second. The 1-2 to Vaughn. Nico fires it. That's high for ball 2. 2-2 now to Adam Vaughn. Now Nico is ready to go. Here comes the 2-2. And no call, borderline call that looked like it was the same pitch that Nico just threw. And the count goes full on Vaughn. Nico now looks at second. He fires it, and Vaughn hits it. Brandon Arvidsson is over there. He catches it for out number 2. So the Tigers rebound after the first 2 hitters got on base. They get the next 2 outs. And with 2 on and 2 outs, here is Christian Pickens. Nico settling down. Looks over the second for a 4th time, and a timeout as that pitch doesn't count. Wind is kicking up a little bit here, Tigers field. And now Nico fires the first pitch, and it is sliced fair, and it's going to be extra bases, and Cedar Park is going to get at least 1 across the board. Here comes Swift. Swift is flying, and he gets home, and it's 2-0. And they called him safe at third. Sam threw the ball as he thought it was safe. Cedar Park gets on the board 2-0. Pickens with a triple brings home 2.
Next up, number 22, Houston Molinaro.
Here is Molinaro now with a runner on third, 2 outs. And Nico fires it. Molinaro pops it up high. Who's going to get it? Sam and Hoyle was underneath it. Neither one could come up with it in the foul territory. Goes down to strike 1. So the Tigers give up the first 2 runs of the ball game. They now trail 2-0 here in the first inning. Here's the 0-1 coming from Nico. He fires it. Good stop there by Hoyle. Evens up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to Molinaro. And Nico doesn't get the call. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Houston Molinaro as Murray Robinson is in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. Nico waits. Here's the 2-1. And they call him safe, but a weird scenario, and Coach Payne's going to come out and argue, and he has an argument to be made. Because it looked as though that was a foul ball. It looked as though Molinaro went around, and now the umps are going to make a decision. That was a weird scenario. It looked as though Molinaro fouled it off, but they called it a pass ball. Let's see what the call is going to be. As you can tell, the fans were not happy with that call. And the umpires are taking an awfully long time for this. And they're going to call him safe. And they will call him safe, and the count goes to 3-1. But if it's 2-2, then it should have been a foul ball.
Where's the foul ball? How did he score? What's the count? It can't be 2-2. It cannot be 2-2.
This is unbelievable, folks. The Tigers right now
Have a foul ball to score at the same time.
and another foul ball. Unbelievable what is going on right now. A pass ball. They're going to call that one. Great stop by Hoyle, and the count goes full. Nico fires. That pitch goes foul, and the count remains 3-2. Here it comes, the 3-2 from Nico. Nico shakes off the first couple of pitches as Hoyle now gets readjusted, and a timeout that time by Molinaro. We're still trying to get ourselves together on this one. Nico fires it. And no call, and they're going to call out a walk. Second walk given up by Nico.
Next up, the DH, Murray Robinson.
Here's Robinson now with a runner on first, 2 outs. Cedar Park with only 1 hit in this inning, and they lead 3-0. Nico now fires. That's inside. Runner takes off, and then they get him. They got him. The freshman picks off Molinaro, and that will end the inning, but the Tigers give up 3 quickly to Cedar Park. They now trail 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. Is Nico, AP, Big B, all coming up for the Tigers. And you're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Bottom of the first. And here comes Nico to try to help his own cause and get the Tigers back into this ball game. They now trail 3-0. Here in the bottom of the first. Melvin Jones back here with you. Tigers baseball on Vype Live. Cade fires. Nico swings and misses for strike one. And Davis quickly 0-1 on Nico. Davis fires. Nico looks at ball one. Count goes even. Davis has thrown a no-hitter this season. Davis fires. Nico pops it up and it's high. Pickens is underneath it. And he grabs it for the first out of this inning. Here comes AP. As Davis now fires the first pitch to AP, and Aiden slices it foul past first base for strike one. Davis now readies the 0-1. And Aiden looks at ball one. Great eye by AP. Count goes even. Ball and a strike. Brandon Arvison is in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. As Davis fires and Aiden Perry foul tips it. 1-2 now. As here comes the 1-2. AP swings and misses. First strikeout today for Cade Davis. Second out of this inning. Here comes Big B. 2 out and no on. Here in the bottom half of the first. As Cade Davis fires and Brandon Arvison slices it foul and out of play. 0-1 to Big B. Three nothing Cedar Park. Here in the bottom of the first. And Brandon looks at strike two. Quickly 0-2 to Brandon Arvison. Tigers need a rally. Already down 3-0. Davis now fires the 0-2. Outside, got him looking. And the Tigers goes down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on. And at the end of one, Cedar Park with a 3-0 lead as we head into the top of the second. You're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Cedar Park with their 7, 8, and 9. hitters in the order as we welcome you back to the jungle. Tiger Baseball on Vype Live in the 2022 Bi-District Playoffs. Cedar Park with a 3-0 lead here in the top of the second as Murray Robinson steps up for Cedar Park. And Nico with a deep breath fires the first pitch of the second inning, and that one's high for ball one. 1-0 to Robinson. Nico fires, and Robinson fouls it out of play. Count goes even, the ball and a strike. Big shout out to Brendan Frickle and Cam O'Bannon, who was watching last night. Don't know if they're watching this afternoon, but fellas, we miss you. Chris Frickle, miss you as well, Bubba. Glad to hear from you last night as that pitch goes well outside. 2-1 on Maury Robinson. Quint Mullen is in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. Nico fires the 2-1. Outside corner for strike two, and the count goes even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 from Nico, and he fires it. And he got him. First strikeout from Nico, and that one was a beauty.
Up to bat, third baseman Quentin Mullen.
Here's Quint Mullen now. With no one on and 1 out. Here in the top of the second. Nico now starting to settle down. Nico fires high for ball one. 1-0 to Mullen. Ethan Becker in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. And Nico fires the 1-0. Inside for ball two. Quickly 2-0 to Quint Mullen. And Nico with the 2-0. Mullen pops it high. Underneath it is going to be AP. And he grabs it for the second out of the second inning.
Up to bat, right fielder Ethan Becker.
Here's Becker now. The number 9 hitter in the order for Cedar Park. And Nico. Nice pitch for strike one. Quickly 0-1 on Becker. Here's the 0-1. Nice pitch on the inside, and Becker is down to his final strike here in the second inning. Nico starting to roll now. Here's the 0-2 from Nico. And Becker fouls it out of play. Count remains 0-2. Nothing Cedar Park. Here in the top of the second. Nico fires the 0-2. And that's well outside for ball number one. The 1-2 from Ruedas. And Becker pops it up. And Ryland can't get it as it goes into the bullpen of Cedar Park, and the count remains 1-2. Cedar Park is up 3-0, but the Tigers with a lot better start than last night. Here's the 1-2 coming from Nico. And he fires it. Becker fouls it off once again. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Nico fires it outside. Count goes at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 from Nico as Becker is looking at Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Nico looking for strikeout number 2, and he fires it. Great stop there by Hoyle. The count goes full on Becker. Top of the order, and Cade Davis is in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. Nico with the 3-2. Got him! Second strikeout for Nico, and that retires the Timberwolves in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on, as Mace, T. Tracy, AD are all due up in the bottom half of the second for the Tigers. And you're watching the 2022 Bi-District Playoffs on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Bottom of the second, and here comes Mace. 3-0 Cedar Park. Welcome back to the jungle. Melvin Jones here, Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. It's K. Davis. Fires it, and it's going to be a base hit. Nice knock there by Mason Ashlock. First hit of the day for the Tigers. And a leadoff single for Mason Ashlock brings up the freshman phenom, Taylor Tracy. T. Tracy now. Looks back at second. He fires. And Davis is ball 1-0 on Taylor Tracy. And Taylor steps out of the box. And Taylor fouls it off. Count goes even, 1-1. And T. Tracy gets it in the left field. Base hit. Tigers with the first two on. Here's AD now with 2 on and no outs. Tigers are starting to roll. Davis looks back to second. And he fires. AD shows bunt. And they call a strike there. 0-1 on Aiden Dennis. Davis fires. AD tries to lay down another bunt that goes down the strike and is 0-2. Davis looks back to second, and he fires the 0-2. And AD is going to be turned to 2, and 4-6-3 double play there by the Timberwolves. It does move over Mason Ashlock, but it's now 2 outs here in the second inning. Sammy coming up with Mace on third, 2 outs. Tigers looking to hopefully get on the board. Davis fires to Sammy. Sammy hits it to second as we put away Bart Garcia, and that will end the threat So 2 singles leads to nothing for the Tigers. And they trail 3-0. We head to the top of the third. As the top of the order in Davis, Swift, and Alonso are all due up for Cedar Park. And you're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care. The sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Timberwolves with the top of their order coming up here in the top of the third. Melvin Jones back here with you. Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. 3-0 Cedar Park. As Nico had probably the best inning that the Tigers have had this entire series in that top of the second. And now he's back to the top of the order. And Cade Davis. And Davis hits it foul for strike 1. Davis drew a walk to begin this ball game. He steps back in the box. Take on Nico. Nico shakes off the first 2 pitches. He likes this one. He fires. Nice pitch. Got him for strike 2. 0-2 now on Cade Davis. The shortstop, Julius Swift, is in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. Nico with the 0-2. And Davis hits it. Jackson is having trouble, and he did not get him, and an infield hit for Cade Davis to lead off this third inning.
Up to bat, Swift.
Here's Julius Swift now with a runner on and no outs here in the top of the third. Swift was hit by a pitch back in the first. And Nico tosses over to first. Nico fires. Swift fouls it to the back net. Strike 1. 3 runs off of 4 hits for Cedar Park. Tigers with their first 2 hits in the bottom of the second. They trail 3-0. Nico with the 0-1. And Swift fouls it to the backstop. 0-2. I don't think he's going to try that bunting situation again. Here comes the 0-2 from Nico. And he fires it. And that's outside for ball 1. 1-2 now to Julius Swift. Louis Alonso in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. 1-2 to Swift. Nico fires it. And Swift fouls it once again. The count remains 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 from Nico. And he fires it. And Swift once again fouls it out of play. The count remains 1-2. Three-0 Cedar Park. here in the top of the third. And they have a runner on first. No outs. Nico shakes off the first pitch. He likes this one. Here's the 1-2. And Swift pops it high. Brendan Arvidsson is underneath it. One away. Here is Louis Alonso. 1 on and 1 out. Here in this top of the third. Nico now throws it over to first, and Ryland grabs it. Davis slides in safely. He is taking a large lead off of first. As Nico now fires the first pitch, and it popped it up. T. Tracy running to grab it, and he can't get to it. Foul ball. 0-1 to Louis Alonso. That was a long run for Taylor to try to get that. 0-1 to Alonso. Adam Vaughn is in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. Nico readies the 0-1, and he fires it. And Alonso goes around. No call. That should have been strike 2. And they said that he didn't go around. Wow.
We got 4 umpires, and we can't pay attention to every play. Let's go.
We don't like judging the umpiring, but this is getting borderline bad right now. 1-1 to Alonso. Alonso clearly went around. And Nico fires. Alonso hits it, slices it into center field for a base hit. So now Cedar Park gets their second base runner of this inning on. And with 2 on and 1 out, here is Adam Vaughn. And a quick mound visit. Coach Payne now calming his infield down and his pitcher. 5 hits given up by Nico. Excuse me, 3 hits given up by Nico. I'm losing my mind. So Nico only has given up 3 hits. Here is Vaughn. Two on and 1 out, top of the third. Cedar Park leads 3-0. And Nico can't even get a call there. 1-0 on Vaughn. And Vaughn swings at nothing but air for strike 1. Count goes even, ball and a strike to Adam Vaughn. Christian Pickens in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. And Nico fires, and Vaughn hits it. We got a little bit of 6-3 action, and the Tigers get out of the inning off of the double play by Jackson Conover. So Cedar Park gets 2 base runners on, and they get absolutely nothing in regards to the run department. At the end of 2 1/2, Tigers still trail 3-0. Rylan, Jackson, and Nico are all due up in the bottom of the third as you're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Bottom of the third, and Rylan Mahoney steps in the box for the Tigers, and Davis fires the first pitch of this bottom of the third. That's high for ball one. Davis, that goes inside for strike one. 1-1 now on Rylan Mahoney. As Davis fires a 1-1. Rylan swings and misses for strike two. 1-2 now to Rylan, with Jackson Conover in the on-deck circle. And Davis fires, and he got him looking. Third strikeout for Davis. First out here in the bottom of the third. Here's Jackson now. And Davis with the first pitch to Jackson. Jackson looks at ball one. 1-0 to Jackson Conover. Nico's in the on-deck circle. AP in the hole. Davis with the 1-0. Jackson shows bunt. That's high and inside. 2-0 now on Jackson Conover. Davis now fires a 2-0. And Jackson slices over the third. Third baseman's having trouble. Jackson gets there safely. Infield hit for Jackson Conover. Third hit for the Tigers. Here is Nico now. Nico 0 for 1 today. Flying out to center. His first plate appearance. Nico showing bunt now. He pulls back. Nico slices it. Foul. That would have been nice to go into the left field corner. 0-1 to Nico. AP is in the on-deck circle. Last Friday night, Nico hit a ball so deep into the left field corner, we thought it was going out, and it dropped right at the warning track. Davis fires. Nico shows bunt again. Jackson gets back there, and the ball goes to right field, but Jackson's going to stay right there. 1-1 now to Nico. Nico pops it up, and it's high. And there, oh, that should be interference. They're going to call it out.
He's in the baseline.
They're going to call it out. That should be runner interference. That should have been runner interference. Nico's called out. And fans on both sides are getting very emotional about this. That should have been runner interference on Vaughn.
Hey, shut up, parents. Just shut it down, parents. You sound stupid. Jesus, ridiculous.
That deep voice of Eric Wolf that you heard trying to calm everything down.
Baby parents, shut up. God, it's embarrassing.
And now the umpires are going to have a conference.
Fans yell at each other. It's the stupidest thing ever. One thing to yell at the ump.
That should have been a clear runner's interference. Adam Vaughn was in the baseline. So let's see what's the call. They're going to call it out on Nico. Ryland stays there. That's the second out of the inning. Horrible, horrible call. And AP swings at strike one. That was a very wild play. Davis now fires back over to first. And Jackson just walks back there. Three nothing Cedar Park. That pitch is outside, 1-1. In 2 seasons, I don't think I've heard parents so emotional as they did. As Aiden Perry slices it into left field, but it is going to be called out there by Molinaro, and that will end this wild third inning. So the Tigers do get a single.
I'm getting emails saying the broadcast isn't going.
At the end of 3-0. Cedar Park. You're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
Are you worried how 2020 has impacted your teen's social development? We are too. Want to know what might help? Participating in the performing arts in high school. It's been hard being a teenager recently. Hard to cope, hard to keep up, hard not to feel like you're missing out. Everything's different and nobody knows what's next. Encouraging your son or daughter to participate in performing arts can really help. Those are high school activities like band, orchestra, choir, theater, speech, and debate. They'll make new friends, develop confidence, and feel the satisfaction of being part of a team. Participation in the performing arts aren't a cure-all, and they certainly won't make the pandemic go away, but they will make the teenagers in your family feel like they're part of something special. This message presented by the NFHS and the Texas University Interscholastic League.
Back here, top of the fourth now. I think we're all still trying to get over what happened. With that runner interference for Nico, as Christian Pickens leads off for Cedar Park. And Pickens fouls it off. Three nothing Cedar Park. Still trying to get our bearings going, as that was a completely crazy play That pitch goes outside. Count is even, 1-1. Nico now fires a 1-1. Pickens hits it, foul. Three nothing. Cedar Park. Nico with a 1-2 to Christian Pickens. Pickens hits it high, hits it deep. T. Tracy's underneath it for the first out of this fourth inning. Here is Houston Molinaro, who drew a walk his first plate appearance. And that pitch goes foul for strike one. 0-1 now to Houston Molinaro. Nico with the 0-1. And that pitch goes low for ball one, and the count is even. The ball and the strike. Nico's only given up 3 hits today. But Cedar Park leads 3-0. Molinaro fouls it off. 1-2 to count to Houston Molinaro. Murray Robinson is in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. Molinaro hits it right to Taylor Tracy. Easy play for T. Tracy. Second out of this inning. Here is Murray Robinson now. 2 outs and no one on. Robinson 0 for 1 today. Striking out back in the second. And Nico's quick with it. Fires. Robinson hits it. Great stab there by AP to get us out of the inning. Aiden Perry with a fantastic defensive play. And Cedar Park goes down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 3.5, 3-0 Timberwolves. You're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Halfway through the game, and it's 3-0 Timberwolves. Welcome back to the jungle. Tigers field on the campus of Dripping Springs High School. Tigers baseball on Vype Live as Brandon Arvison fouls one to the backstop. 0-1 to Big B. Arvison, Ashlock, Tracy. Batters that are due up in this fourth inning for the Tigers. And that pitch is low for ball one. 1-1 to Brandon Arvison. Take away the first inning of both games, and this is a lot closer than folks believe. Davis fires inside, ball 2. 2-1 to Brandon Arvison. Tigers need to win this game to force a game 3. Davis fires. Big B swings and misses. 2-2. If there is a game 3, that game will be 30 minutes at the conclusion of this one. Davis now raises the 2-2 to Brandon Arvison. He fires. Big B swings and misses, and that's strikeout number 4 for Cade Davis. Here comes Mace. Mace is 1 for 1. Had a single. Back in the second. Facing off against Davis for a second time, and Davis fires. And that pitch goes outside for ball 1. 1-0 to Mace. Davis fires 1-0. And Mace hits this one foul into the bullpen. Count goes even, 1-1. Davis fires, and that's high. 2-1 to Mason Ashlock. Here's a 2-1 for Davis. Mace looks at strike 2. 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 from Davis. Mace grounds it over the third. Mullen picks it up, and he grabs it. Vaughn grabs it for the second out of the inning. Here comes T. Tracy. Taylor today 1 for 1. He also had a single back in the second. I tell you what, to be honest, the strike zone at least has been consistent, but some of the calls that the umpires have made today has been atrocious. T. Tracy fouls it off to the back net. Strike 1. Aiden Dennis is in the on-deck circle, hoping to get on. And T. Tracy hits it, foul and out of play, but that one was a good cut by the freshman. He goes down in the count, 0-2. Davis now with the 0-2. And Taylor hits it straight to Mullen, and Mullen stabs it, and he retires. Taylor Tracy and the Tigers go down in order in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 4, Cedar Park still leads 3-0. You're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Mullen, Becker, and Davis, the 3 that are due up here in the top of the 5th. As Nico still out there dealing for the Tigers. Nico's line is actually pretty good. He did give up the 3 runs, but he only gave up 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts thus far in a 3-0 ball game here in the jungle. Tigers through a game and a half just has not been able to solve the pitching of Cedar Park. As Quint Mullen now steps up for his second time, and he slices one in the center field for a base hit. So Mullen gets on with a leadoff single here in the top of the 5th. Here is Ethan Becker now. Becker 0 for 1, striking out back in the second. Nico looks over his left shoulder. And he fires it. Becker shows bunt. It's called for a strike. 0-1 on Ethan Becker. And Nico readies the 0-1. He fires it. Nice pitch, but Nico does not get the call. Count goes even 1-1. Great showing behind the home plate by the freshman Gavin Hoyle. He's been in very command when Nico gives him the pitches as Becker hits that one foul and the count goes to 1-2. It is for the taking for the Tigers. They have been playing so much better than last night. They still trail, however, 3-0. Nico just floats it over to first base, and Ryland grabs it. 1-2 to Ethan Becker, with Cade Davis in the on-deck circle. Nico ready to 1-2, and he fires it. And did he go around? He did. Third strikeout for Nico. First out of this inning. Here's Cade Davis now. Davis 1 for 1 with a walk back in the first and a single in the third. And Nico fires it. Nice stop there by Hoyle. 1-0 to Davis. Julius Swift is in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. Nico ready to 1-0. He fires, and it bounces. Jackson is just going to hold off and just tosses it to first for the force at first. 2 away as Mullen advances over to second.
Up to bat, Swift.
Here is Julius Swift now. Swift is 0 for 1. Swift did score a run back in the first inning. He flied out back in the third. And now Nico looks back a second, does it again, and he fires. And that pitch is just outside for ball 1. Louis Alonso in the on-deck circle for the Timberwolves. Tigers trail 3-0 here in the top of the 5th. Nico, and his ball gets away from Hoyle, and Hoyle can't find it as Mullen advances to third. And the count goes to 2-0 on Swift. And now Hoyle went to go talk to Coach Payne. Now Nico looks back at third. Here's the 2-0 to Swift. Nico fires. And that was on the border. Nico didn't get the call. 3-0 now to Swift. Now Nico ready to 3-0. And he fires it. And a strike called on Swift, 3-1. Nico looking to get out of his inning, unscathed once again. And Nico fires a 3-1. And that's outside. And another walk for Nico. That's number 3. Swift gets on for the second time.
Next up, Alonso.
Here is Louis Alonso with 2 on and 2 outs. Alonso 1 for 2. He did have a single back in the third. And now the Timberwolves with runners at the corners and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And now Nico is ready. He fires. That pitch is high for ball 1. 1-0 to Alonso. Nico ready to 1-0. And he fires it. Alonzo pops it high. Underneath it is AD. He grabs it, and the Tigers escapes this inning without giving up any other runs. So a leadoff single and a walk does nothing for Cedar Park. AD, Sammy, Ryland, all due up in the bottom of the fifth. Time to stretch here in the jungle as you're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Texas.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Three nothing Cedar Park. As we are in the bottom of the fifth, and Cade Davis is still out there dealing for the Timberwolves. And as pitch goes low on AD for ball one. Davis now with the 1-0. And Aiden Dennis slices it back to Davis, and Davis grabs it for the first out of this fifth inning. Here's Sammy. Sammy's 0 for 1 today. Grounding out the second. His first plate appearance. Davis now fires. That's outside for ball one. Davis fires. Sammy looks at ball two. 2-0 now, Tagajanian. Riley Mahoney in the on-next circle for the Tigers. Davis now fires the 2-0. And Sammy looks at ball three. Great eye there by Sammy. And Sammy's up on the count, 3-0. Davis is going to throw him a strike. He does, and Sammy looks at it for strike one. 3-1. Tagajanian. Davis is ready. He fires. Sammy floats it over the third. Mullen grabs it, and he puts Sammy away for the second out of this inning. Here's Riley now. Riley's 0 for 1, striking out. Back in the third. Tigers need a rally. As Davis fires, and Ryland slices it to the backstop for strike one. And Davis fires, and Ryland fouls it off once again. 0-2 now to Riley Mahoney. Jackson Conover is in the on-deck circle for the Tigers if Ryland can get on. Davis now with the 0-2. And he got Ryland swinging and chasing. And that's strikeout number 5 for Cade Davis. And the Tigers go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 5, Cedar Park leads 3-0. You're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Vaughn, Pickens, Molinaro. The three batters are due up for Cedar Park as the Tigers now find themselves down to their final 6 outs of the season. Top of the 6th, Cedar Park leads 3-0. They lead the series 1-0. Melvin Jones back here with you in the jungle. Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. As Nico still out there dealing for Dripping Springs. As Adam Vaughn comes back up. Vaughn so far 0 for 2. Facing Nico for the 3rd time this afternoon. And Nico takes a deep breath. Here's the first pitch of the 6th inning. That pitch is high for ball 1. And Nico with the 1-0. That one goes high again, 2-0 to Nico Ruedas. Nico now with the 2-0. And he got a strike on that one. 2-1 now to Adam Vaughn. And Vaughn is quickly back in the box. The 2-1 coming from Nico. And he fires it. That's high and inside. 3-1 to Adam Vaughn. Here's the 3-1. And Nico got him chasing. Full count now on Vaughn. Pickens is in the on-deck circle for Cedar Park. And it's going to be a walk. That one was borderline. Nico didn't like it. So Vaughn gets on for the first time tonight. As Pickens now steps up into the box. Pickens 1 for 2. He had a RBI, 2 RBI triple back in the first. Pickens taking his time right now. Now he's in the box and Nico is ready. And Nico fires. Pickens shows bunt. That pitch is high. 1-0 to Christian Pickens. Bryce Donatello is in the pen warming up for the Tigers. Nico with a 1-0 count. And Nico grabs him the inside corner for strike 1. And it's 1-1 now on Pickens. Nico fires. And Hoyle tosses it to first. 2-1 to Christian Pickens. And now Nico ready to 2-1. He fires it. Pickens hits it and goes just past Jackson Conover for a base hit. So for the second time, Cedar Park gets the first 2 on. No outs, and here is Houston Molinaro. Molinaro 0 for 1. Drew a walk back in the first. He flew out to right, back in the fourth. And Coach Payne's about to make that trip. It's a long visit right now. And looks like Nico's going to stay out there. Two on, no outs. As Molinaro comes up to the plate. Molinaro 0 for 1. And lays down the butt. Nico with a nice stab at it. And he puts Molinaro out. Nice stab by Nico for out number 1. And Murray Robinson coming up to face Nico with a runners on second and third and 1 out. And Nico fires to Robinson. And Nico does not get the call. 1-0 on Robinson. Robinson tonight 0 for 2. Nico fires. Robinson swings and misses. Almost took himself down. Count goes even. The ball and a strike. Nico now taking his time. The 1-1. Outside 2-1 now to Robinson. Pickens is halfway to third and no call for the ump. Nico's getting frustrated. 3 balls and a strike now to Murray Robinson. Pickens once again halfway to third, and now Robinson draws a walk, and the bases are loaded for Quint Mullen.
Up to bat,
Mullen today 1 for 2. Did have a single last inning, but now the bags are full of Timberwolves with only 1 away here in the 6th inning. Nico with the first pitch. Got him for strike 1. 0-1 on Quint Mullen. Strikeout for Nico will be fantastic right now. And a quick timeout as Coach Williams now is going to come and talk to the home plate umpire. He's going to get a pitch runner. Bases loaded. 1 away here in the 6th inning. Tigers trail 3-0 and an 0-1 count to Quint Mullen. Mullen now steps back in the box. Nico fires. Nico grabs strike 2. 0-2 now to the third baseman. Nico with the 0-2. Mullen hits it in the center field, and AP couldn't grab it. One run is going to come in to score. And they lost the ball. Nico fires. Hoyle couldn't get it. And another run comes in, and it's 5-0 Cedar Park. And the runner is still going. He's at second. Things are just falling apart right now for the Tigers. Both Vaughn and Pickens comes in to score. And now it's a long conversation between Coach Payne and the umpires. And now another conference. Things are falling apart for Dripping Springs at the wrong time. Tigers need to get motivated, need to get mad, and they do call him out. No, they did call him safe. One umpire looked like he called him out, so 2 runs scored in this 5-0 Timberwolves.
He should be back at first. He took off while they were talking. The runner at 2. The runner at 2 should be at first because they called dead ball. Wow. Should the runner have advanced? Wow. I'm not going to talk about that.
A myriad of crazy calls here. Tigers now down 5-0. Nico fires, and it hits the hitter, and the bags are juiced once again. With K. Davis now coming up to the plate. And Nico is going to head out. Price is going to come in. We'll take a break while Price takes his warm-ups. 5-0, bases loaded with only 1 out. Here in the top of the 6th, you're watching Tiger Baseball in the 2022 Bi-District Playoffs on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care. The sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
For the end zone, touchdown, Ryder Hernandez on 4th and 2 from the 17.
Sure, Vype Sports brings you the best in area high school football, but Vype brings you exciting high school volleyball action.
Dive in the middle for the back row. Here comes James and gets the kill.
Vype brings you walk-off home runs on the diamond.
Line drive, deep to left. It is going, and it is gone!
From lacrosse to the pitch to the court and more, the leader in high school sports coverage is Vype Sports. VYP.
K. Davis now up the bat for Cedar Park. Bases loaded, 1 away. Price Donatello who came in last night, pitched pretty good after Travis Mora came in. 5-0 now, Cedar Park. Price now with his first pitch. And it goes down to strike one. 0-1 now to Cade Davis. Davis so far this afternoon, 2 for 3. Excuse me, 1 for 2. As Price fires, Davis hits one and is grabbed out there and left by Aiden Dennis for the second out. Here's Julius Swift now. Swift 0 for 1. He has been hit by a pitch and he's also walked. He has the bases loaded now and 2 outs. And Price floats one over home plate for ball 1. 1-0 to Julius Swift. Price now with the 1-0. And he fires it. That's outside, 2-0 now on Swift. And Price fires. Swift floats it. It's going to be trouble for Taylor Tracy, and it goes over his head. 1 run comes in. A second run comes in. Swift is going to third. A bases clearing triple by Julius Swift. 8-0 Cedar Park. It's not looking all that good right now for the Tigers. Louis Alonso now up to bat for Cedar Park. Alonso now ready for the first pitch from Price. Price fires. Alonso hits it, base hit, and Swift is coming in, and it's 9-0 Cedar Park. RBI double by Louis Alonso. Here is Adam Vaughn now. Vaughn 0 for 2. He did score a run earlier. Vaughn's second plate appearance this inning as Cedar Park has hit around. 1-0 now to Vaughn. Price looks back at second, and it's a long look. And he fires. And Vaughn hits it to the backstop. Count goes even, ball and a strike. Price now. Ready's the 1-1. And he fires. And the ball dribbles. Nico grabs it and fires it. And finally, the inning is over. 4 runs comes across the board. 6 runs, come across the board. And now Timberwolves lead 9-0. As Conover, Nico, AP all due up in the bottom of the 6th for the Tigers. You're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets. Millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Lady Tigers win today in softball 4-1. If I'm not mistaken, that means they advance to the regional quarters next weekend. And the first pitch from Davis is a ball, 1-0 on Jackson Conover. Jackson foul tips. It looks like he fouled it off of his foot. Count goes to 1-1. So some good news for Tigers fans. Meanwhile, here in the jungle, Cedar Park leads 9-0. Jackson Conover floats it into left center field, right center field for a base hit. So Jackson has a hit. That's Jackson's second hit of the day. And up comes Nico with one on and no outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Nico is hoping that this is not his last plate appearance in the Tiger uniform. And that pitch goes wide for ball one. Aiden Perry is in the on-deck circle. Nico hits it high. That is deep. And underneath it was Pickens, and he grabs it for the first out. Here's AP now. One on and one out. Davis fires. And that's right down the middle for strike one. Three senior leaders potentially in their final at bat in Tiger uniforms. And AP did not go around. Evens up the count. Ball and a strike. Davis now with the 1-1. AP looks at strike two. Ball and two strikes now to Aiden Perry. Davis fires. Nice eye by AP. Evens up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Davis now fires the 2-2. Outside, full count now, Aiden Perry. He called a balk. So a balk was called. Count still is 2-2. And Jackson Conover moves over to second base. So the Tigers now with a runner at second, one away in a 2-2 count. And argument is going to be had now from Coach Williams. AP now. Back in the box. Davis got him looking. 6th strikeout for Cade Davis. Here's Big B now. Brandon today 0 for 2, both strikeouts. Davis fires. Brandon Arvison slices one. Stopped there by Swift. The Swift it goes over the head, and Jackson is going to come in to score. And the Tigers finally get a run across as Brandon Arvison slides into second. Here comes Mace. And it looks like Swift is injured.
Because Brandon would have been safe. No matter what. Even if you make play, Brandon would have been safe. So he was there before the throw. He was there before the throw.
Swift now looks like he may exit the game. Swift today at the plate. 1 for 2, 3 RBIs. Looks like he's actually may stay out there. Here's Mace now with Brandon Arvison at second base. Tigers trail 9-1. Davis looks back at second. He fires over to Mace, and Ashlock swings and misses for strike one. 0-1 now to Mace. Taylor Tracy in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. And that pitch was low for ball one. And Mace with a base hit. Brandon Arvison is going to go. And Brandon's going to get caught. He is tagged out, and the inning is over. Tigers get one across the board. But that is it. The second single for Mason Ashlock. Brandon Arvison upset at himself. So as we head to the top of the 7, Tigers now trail 9-1 here in Game 2 of the Bi-District playoffs. You're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Morrow and Robinson are all due up here in the top of the 7th as Jackson Conover comes in and is now the pitcher for the Tigers. Jackson now with his first pitch. That goes outside for ball one. Here comes the 1-0 from Jackson. Yeah. Nice stab by Jackson. That was gorgeous. That was gorgeous. As we have some changes, Luke Hudson is going over to left. Wyatt Lesper heading over to right to replace the underclassmen. The seniors now getting love.
Up to bat for the Timberwolves, number 26, Jackson Harvey.
Conover, Hoyle, and Van Berkeley are the only three out that is not seniors on the field right now for the Tigers. So 6 seniors on the field for the Tigers. As that pitch goes, foul to the backstop, 0-1. Popped it up. And Wyatt Lesper is underneath it, and he grabs it for the second out.
Up to bat, Robinson.
Jackson now fires. Robinson hits it. And a nice stab by VB as Proud Papa with a clap up here in the press box. They go down in order. And the Tigers are down to their final 3 outs of the season. And you're watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Bottom of the 7th. Wyatt Lesper coming up for the Tigers. Wyatt coming up in what could be his final at bat in a Tiger uniform. Luke Hudson stepping into the on-deck circle. As Davis now fires the first pitch. That's outside for ball 1. Davis now with the 1-0. Wyatt Lesper hits it high. Wyatt Lesper hits it far. It is not far enough as Molinaro was right underneath it for the first out of this 7th inning. Here's Luke now. Luke coming up. No one on and 1 out. Luke grounds it. Swift grabs it. And Luke gets tagged out. 2nd out of the inning. And Sammy Agajanian represents the final out of the Tiger season. Hayden Dunn is in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a hit in his senior campaign. As Sammy now steps up. Davis goes outside for ball 1. Sammy today 0 for 2. Davis fires. That one is low. 2-0 now to Sammy. Davis fires. Sammy fouls it. 2 balls in the strike now to Sammy Agajanian. Now Davis fires. And that goes outside. 3 balls in the strike now to Sammy Agajanian. And Sammy gets a base hit down left field. Tigers are still alive as Sammy gets a single. Here's Hayden. Hayden, his first appearance here in this postseason. And he has a runner on first and 2 outs. Hayden now in the box. Davis looks at first, looking to close it out. He fires. In there for strike 1. 0-1 on Hayden Dunn. Davis fires. And it's going to be low for ball 1. 1-1 to Hayden Dunn. Davis fires. Hayden looks at strike 2. 1-2 now to Hayden Dunn, and the Tigers now are down to their final strike. Davis fires 1-2, and he got him. And the Cedar Park Timberwolves are headed to the area playoffs. 7th strikeout for Cade Davis. And Cedar Park has ended the season of Dripping Springs. Final score, 9-1. We'll give you the numbers. And to wrap it up for the season, when we come back, Tigers fall 9-1 to Cedar Park. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school, plus all those memories that are on the line too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Back here in the jungle, very melancholy end of the season for the Tigers. Tigers season is over. They fall on this Saturday afternoon to the Timberwolves of Cedar Park by a final score of 9-1. Final numbers: Timberwolves 9 runs off of 8 hits. Tigers a run off of 7 hits. And that is all. Winning pitcher Cade Davis, a complete game, 1 run off of 7 hits, 7 strikeouts for Cade Davis. Losing pitcher is going to be Nico Ruedas, his final appearance in the Tiger uniform.
Thank you very much.
As an emotional time here, Tigers Field. First things, folks, I want to thank the senior parents, the 13 of them. Rough go around, and we hate to end the season the way we ended it here at home this afternoon. But it was a season where we could only expect the best after a season heading to the regional finals last season. Tigers did make the postseason. And it ended with their longest losing streak of the season. 3 in a row. Their season is done. For my parents, next season, we're going to take it all the way to the house and hope for the best here in the jungle. So the final score, 9-1. Tiger season is over. The Cedar Park Timberwolves advance to the area playoffs next weekend. I want to thank every single QA that has helped me out throughout the season here on Vype. Nate Nunez, one of my best producers, Shane Sawinski, who's QAing today. Thank you so much. And everyone else who has helped throughout. Suna Venkat, as well as the broadcast director, Merle Bertrand, here at Vype. Tough to end the season that way, but it is on to next season for the class of 2023. Once again, folks, final score this afternoon, 9-1, Cedar Park. Thank you to all the parents, grandparents, family members who have tuned in here at Dripping Springs and throughout the country. Until next season, I am Melvin Jones. This has been Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. Folks, we will talk to you next season, next February. We'll get it all going again. Thank you, everyone. Senior parents, we will love you and we will miss you. Class of 2023, you're up to bat. We'll talk to you next season, folks. Good afternoon, good Saturday, happy early Mother's Day to all you mothers. You have been watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. Good afternoon, folks. We'll talk to you next season.